Hello, good evening, and we're back with some more SLS League action. Excuse me. So we'll start by having a quick look at the fixtures. So in the first division we've got Drumore League leaders against Cliftonville. Cookstown travel to Linfield, and the updraft Castle Clear host Glentoran. In the Premier Division, Antrim versus the Drought, GPR versus Glebe in a top versus bottom clash. Title race clash with Portrush versus Big Time Belfast, Samba FC versus Ballycastle, and Shillelaghs versus WC Stout. So we're going to start in the first division, and it's taken us to Drumore first. And this is how they line up with a number of changes. Selmes comes in, as does Mark Kerr for Kodrea, and Rovnieko for Joe Cole on the left. So we will get this one underway. Drumore versus Cliftonville. Quick look at the league table as they lead 2 points ahead of Cookstown and 4 clear of the updraft. Early chance on a goal for Pavel Brozek, assisted by Tobias Willie, which will please the manager. A chance for the away side, and they've hit the post. And a chance, Brozek, followed up by Kutusov, and a second goal, and it's Altintop who scores as a second assist for Tobias Willie. 3-0 heading towards half time, and that is half time. Centre backs with nothing to do. Side having a good game as normal. 2 assists for Tobias Willie, goals for Brozek, Altintop, and Kutusov. No fitness concerns with everybody 90% or above. So I'd expect a manager to roll 13 attempts, 9 on target. Interesting to see a goalkeeper on the bench. Don't know whether that is... just as I say that, the manager has confirmed that naming his sub was by accident, and will keep going till 60 minutes. Probably because he was on the bench for a cup game, I would suggest, and he's probably left there. We're going to hit 60 minutes now. Still comfortable. We're at 3-0. No fitness concerns, so I guess it's going to be a case of rotation. We might see Sorochinsky or McMaster, or we might see a roll from the manager. Just let's see what Dan wants to do. Cut off McMaster. Get him straight around the striker area, please. Oh, not like that. A straight arrow to striker area, please. There we go. We'll kick off the last half an hour. Willie involved again. Plenty of action tonight for Willie. McMaster trying to get involved from the bench with that long attacking arrow, but we don't get any more goals. Good strong performance. Brozic picks up man of the match for his goal. 2 assists for Willer. And a comfortable victory. 16 attempts, 11 on target, just a 1 attempt on target for the away side. And Drumore will remain at the top of the table. We're going to go across to Cookstown now, who have not made any changes from last time out, which was a 3-0 win against Cliftonville. So we will kick this one off in their pink and purple away kit. Looked a certain goal for Cookstown, but it's been kept out. D'Alessandro's effort. Still waiting the breakthrough, 15 minutes in. Linfield looking like they've got plenty of the ball and chances. And they've opened the scoring. Hunter's hit straight back. But Linfield have gone ahead again. This is not the sort of performance that Cookstown were looking for. Not only conceding twice, but actually Linfield looked like they've probably been the better side in the first half, and that doesn't happen very often with these sides in the first division. To be honest, it looked like they had more than 2 attempts. 9 attempts and 3 on target for Cookstown. Not a great performance from Frey. Actually live, missing tackles. Strand's trying his best to be creative. Assist from Jax. Something to think about. Gareth Barry's making no tackles. In fact, Gareth Barry's going to come off for John Walsh. That's what we're going to do. And see if Cookstown can get back into this. At the minute, it's not looking good for them. And they're 3-1 down. Unbelievable. Lama's got his 10th goal of the season, and it looks like we could see a first defeat for one of the human-controlled sides in this division. We're at 61 minutes, and they've got some work to do. This is really, really poor. Aston Line's going to come off. We're going to throw the kitchen sink. Martin Blincorn's going to go up front. Unbelievable. This has been coming from Cookstown. They've been so sloppy all the way through. Are they going to get a late equaliser? They're not. They're going to lose to Linfield. Home side have had 6 attempts, 4 on target, 15 attempts, only 6 on target for Cookstown. Some poor performances from the goalkeepers and defensive players. Goal assist for D'Alessandro and Jax, but that's not one to dwell on. We'll move on. So we're going to go across to the updraft. Castle Clear, who line up like this, unchanged from the last time out. And they are going to play against Glentoran. Team manager is with us. Hello, good evening. And we'll kick this one off and see if they can jump above Cookstown after that horrendous performance. Into second place, Michael Owen opens the scoring 10 minutes in. Having a very, very good season. Robbie Keane has doubled the lead and missed that completely in a world of my own. But comfortable so far for the updraft. Goals from Keane and Owen. 1 assist coming from the skipper and David Dunn. The manager is here, so is he going to make any changes? I think we're going to see a roll in terms of stats. 7 attempts, 5 on target, 2 attempts for the away side. See if the manager wants to do anything. Going to get a play on, so I'll run it to 60 minutes. Still the updraft in control. Are they going to get a third? Nope. So we'll have a look at the condition. No fitness concerns. Whether we see a little bit of rotation, maybe Mido or Donati. Donovan for Mido, give him a forward arrow. We'll run this one through. Looks like the updraft are going to jump ahead of Cookstown into second place in the promotion race. Still plenty of football to be played, but Drumore looking ominous. It's a 12 game streak, it's going to continue. Michael Owen's got a second. The updraft have had 11 attempts, 8 on target. We've got an assist for Robbie Keane, 2 goals for Michael Owen, who's picked up man of the match on a 9 despite Robbie Keane getting a 10. Harsh, some might say, but a good performance and well played to Mr. Manager. So we're going to go across to Glebe versus Reeds Park Rangers. It's top versus bottom. We've got 25 points separating the sides. Glebe line up like this. Ooh. It is unchanged. Oh, we've got one change. Kobylik comes into midfield for his first appearance of the season. And across at Greens Park Rangers, I think they have Nicky Butt comes back in after suspension for Van Bommel. So we'll kick this one off and see whether form and the league table will continue or whether we're going to get a shock. And it's an early goal for Ronaldinho, who has put GPR 1 up. And it looks quite dominant from GPR, and they've doubled the lead through Ronaldinho with his second of the game. Very much going with the form book. Cannavaro has made it 3 inside 25 minutes. Heading towards half time. Will we see any more goals before the break? We will not. 3-0, 6 attempts and none for the home side. Have a look at some stats we've got on a rate of 5s and 6s for Glebe. Aceval, who's had such a good season so far considering the poor performance of the team, on a 5. Lopez Ricarte doing his best, but to no avail. Over at Green Park Rangers, we've got 2 goals for Ronaldinho, 1 for Cannavaro, with the assists coming from Kieran Dyer and Ruud van Nistelrooy. Are we going to get any changes, or are we not? Back to Glebe for the manager to assess. 260 is focused 15 11 and then 7 in 1.5. Mad. We've not got anything from GPR manager just yet, but we will run it till 60 for now. We're heading towards that. Are we going to get another goal? Not yet. Nothing much has changed. No player ratings for the away side have changed, just the 1 attempt in that 15-minute period for the home side, who are having a very solid game. We're going to see one change. We're going to see Tudor come on for we're going to see Tudor for Nicky Butt, who is on a yellow card. And we're also going to see Nedved come on for Dede. And then we'll go across to Glebe and see what the manager wants to do there. Cruyff off for Johnston. Swap with Diop. Royce off for Joule. So Diop and Joule are going to lead the line now. Johnston onto the left. 2 changes for GPR. We will run it through to the end of the game. I think that might have been a shot for the visitors. Been much better in the last 30 minutes, but the damage has already been done. They did have a solitary shot, just a 7 for GPR, but they got the job done with the 3 goals. Ronaldinho picks up man of the match. Very solid performance. Back to the drawing board for Glebe, who have another defeat. Next we've got Samba versus Ballycastle. Samba, who have been on a good run of form, have picked up 1, 2, 3, 4 wins in a row. Line up like this, we've had to make a couple of changes. I think maybe Hurtado is out, so Reynoso comes in for his first appearance of the season because Cordoba and Hurtado are both out. Apart from that, we are unchanged. Over at Ballycastle, we have got 1 change with Varga coming in, back in at centre back. It should be a good game with the sides separated by only goal difference. So we'll see how this one plays out and kick it off. Couple of early chances for Samba. Couple of chances at the other end for Ballycastle. We're 30 minutes in now, and Zamorano has opened the scoring for Samba FC. He's been very good in this front 2 since the change of formation. Oh, it's a really good chance for Enciso, but it's missed, and Ballycastle come back down the other end. We get to half time. 6 attempts, 4 on target for Samba, 3 attempts, 1 on target for Ballycastle. In terms of the stats, we've got a 5 for Milan Petkov, 6s and 7s, the rest for Ballycastle with no fitness concerns. Quick look at Samba's numbers. 7s predominantly. We've got a 9 for Zamorano and an 8 for Castillo, who picked up the assist. For Ballycastle, we're going to see Petkov come off for Patrick Berger. Over at Samba, we are not going to make any changes just yet. We're going to run it through to 60 minutes. Will the Ballycastle change bring a change of fortune? Will Samba's good run continue? Chance for Chittagher. We're up to 60 minutes. Oh, struck the upright. Ballycastle pushing hard for an equaliser. We've got no change in player ratings for Samba. I don't feel like we need to do anything here, to be honest. but we're going to take off Forlan and put on Pizarro. That is it. Over at Ballycastle, here are the numbers. Petcover was on a 5, has already been brought off. We've got the centre-back partnership, both on 6s. Grabowski and Gretzko also down on 6s. Got a yellow card for Thomas Repka. So we'll see if the manager would like to make any further changes. Podres has been good this season, but we've got an array of instructions here. Gretzko is going to come off for Nikolai. Switch him with Berger. Then Grabowski. Then with Podres. Give Podres an arrow. So just the one change, a few tweaks around within the system. Patrick Berger to the left. Nikolai is going to lead the line for the last half an hour. 2 new strikers on the pitch. Will that impact how things play out? Let's have a look. Pizarro with a chance, and he scored on the rebound, second attempt, just on the pitch, and Claudio Pizarro has doubled the lead for Samba, who are looking very, very good in their changed formation over the last 4 or 5 games. Chance for Rakoba, just over. We're heading towards full time now. Are we going to get any late action? Samba are going to hold on and take a 2-0 victory, which is very welcome on the balance of play. Probably deserve to edge it. 10 attempts, 8 on target, 7 attempts, 2 for Ballycastle. Well played, Dan. I like that Ballycastle team. They've had some really good results this season against some of the bigger teams. The Samba are a team in really good form at the moment. Some not great individual performances from the Ballycastle team. Smartin had a decent-ish game in defensive midfield. Over at Samba, Samarano's picked up one of the match. We've got an assist for Chitivad and for Neric Castillo. Claudio Pizarro scoring from the bench. So well played. That should be enough to bring Samba out of the bottom 2. Next we've got Mr. Manager head-to-head against himself. We've got Castle Leprechaun Pinger on 73%. Sure, he's been on that forever. Don't know what the issue with that is, if it's training or injury. But anyway, he starts and leads the line. And across at Castle Extra Stout, who I think are in 5th place at the moment. Do you want to swap it, Mike? Do you want to take Pinger out? Mr. Manager, happy to do so. This is how Extra Stout line up. Got 2 changes. Centre midfielder Abdul comes in and Milosevic up front. The manager is happy for Pinger to play it, so we will kick this one off. Both sides led by Mr. Manager, and we will kick it off and see who takes the 3 points, if any. Early chance for Benny Carbone, but it was off target. Shillelagh's doing well in the early opening stages. Stout coming back into it now, but we've flowed across the 40 minutes without any real goalmouth action, and the manager has said he will take a draw here, and has then agreed with himself. In terms of match stats, 4 attempts, 3 on target for Shillelagh's, 2 and 1 for Stout. In terms of player ratings, Elefropoulos having a good game in goal for Stout, without any fitness concerns across at Shillelagh's. Drozdov having a decent game. Apart from that, there's just Pinger, who is on 70% fitness. Don't know if we might see Nicky Barmby come on. and a bit of a shuffle, potentially Eto going up there, or Carbone. Carrier's played out wide as well, I think. Pinger for Barnby. Swap Carbone on Barnby. Yeah, so Carbone is going to lead the line. I will run this through to 60 minutes. Shillelagh's looking to open the deadlock at Stout coming back in the opposite direction. Heading towards 60 minutes. Looks like Stout are starting to release the shackles a little bit. Castellano having a good game, as is Melchiot. Strozdov still doing well. We've got Carrier down on 78, but with only a goalkeeper and centre back on the bench. I think that will probably remain as it is. So the Leps are going to play on in terms of Stout. Elefthropoulos still having a solid game. No real fitness concerns. Dulaj on 82, but I think we will probably see Kesman and Brugink, if not one of them. Dabizas for Kesman. Kesman up top in a 2. Nikos Dabizas, the sweeper, is going to stop sweeping. Kesman is going to come on and he's going to join his compatriot Milosevic up front and see if we can get a winner in this game, which has not been the most exciting. Relatively even from both sides. Stout pushing on a little bit over Mazdan at the other end with a chance. We've got 10 minutes plus stoppages to go. And Eto has had a goal disallowed straight offside. It looked like the Leprechauns were going to steal it, but we're heading into the last minute now. Chance down at the other end for Stout to win it, but we're not going to get a winner. Shillelagh's 0, WC Stout 0. Really even game. 8 attempts versus 9, 6 and 5 on target. Shillelagh's did okay. Pinger probably needs a breather. Arteta didn't get up to much in midfield. Across at Stout, George Atos picked up man of the match. One of a number of players on an 8. Decent performance from both sides. I think Mr. Manager will probably be happy to take a point and run. So well done to Mr. Manager at ×2. Next we have Antrim, who line up like this. Perlo continues in the central midfield role along with Okocha and Dalmat. Williams plays at left wing back. And I've still got 5 subs on the bench, but I'm going to quickly just tweak that. We're going to pop Stephen Reid on the bench there. Makovsky probably unlucky not to start in this formation, but we will go across to the Drought. We'll line up like this and having a very good season. We've got Nesta in at centre back. No, we haven't. We've got Ferdinand in at centre back for Nesta. Maravikia and Emerton on the right, Giggs and Carlos on the left, Ortega central this time. Kick this one off and see how it goes. Antrim have been incredibly hit and miss this season with some good performances, a good cup run, and then some really poor performances as well. So we will see how they go against the strong draft side. 30 minutes in and we've yet to get an opening goal. Looks like we've got a bit of action from both sides, but no clear-cut chances just yet. Andy Cole has just missed a chance for Antrim to put them in the lead, and we're heading towards half-time. Are we going to get a breakthrough? It's been quite a lot of text, quite a lot of action, no massive chances. 4 attempts, 1 on target for Antrim, 6 attempts, 3 on target for the Drought. We'll have a look at them first. Jeremy's having a very good game in midfield, as is Emerton on the right and Shevchenko up front. Across at Antrim, nothing to shout out about. Nahajchik trying his best on the right, but nothing else really to shout about other than that. Are we going to make a change? Can you see your formation screen? Yes, of course. You can. We've got Desai and Filippo Inzaghi on the bench. Wouldn't expect to see Desai with the defensive players doing a good job. Maybe Inzaghi for a bit of finishing edge up front for the Trout. We are just going to make a quick change at Antrim. We're going to bring off Welsh. No, we're not. We're going to bring off Andy Cole for Makovsky. We're going to move Makovsky with Perlo, and we're going to put Perlo in here. Play to 60 from the draft manager. We'll see if the change. We've got Jeremy's injury. Strong performance. I think it's going to be a straight swap for Desai, would be the obvious one. So we'll put that, and the manager's confirmed. So we'll play this through to 60 minutes before both managers get a final roll of the dice, which is where we are up to. We're going to see for Antrim Leda Preciado, who's made 1 substitute appearance so far this season. Stephen Reid is not going to get on. We will continue. We'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to move those on. Over at the Drought, we'll see what they are going to do with their final roll of the dice. Take the arrows off Desai and Cheddar. Move Giggs and Maravicki up a notch with forward arrows. So as Antrim move their wide players forward, the manager is going to try and counteract that by getting players in behind on the break. We could be in for carnage in the last half an hour. Shevchenko with a chance. A fine save from Petchek, and the draft are putting on some real pressure now. And Giggs has got in behind, and he has opened the scoring. Dalmat's picked up a yellow card. Chance for Perlo. Can Antrim get back into it? It doesn't look like it. A really, really good change tactically from the manager in the second half to counteract the attacking changes from Antrim. Well played to the manager. Emerton picks up man of the match Not really sure what for. I mean, 4 key passes, no assists. Maravicchia and Carlos with the assists. Giggs and Ortega with the goals. Pretty average performance from Antrim. Dalmat, Holovka and Czech come away with some credit. Apart from that, not the best performance from Antrim. Well done. Great tactical changes to counteract the Antrim changes. Now we have a big clash. We've got big time Belfast, who are back with their 4-1-2-1-2 formation without SLS. Last match we've got a different formation. Guardiola comes into central midfield. Kula and Kifrenko support Batistuta, and they play Portrush, who line up like this. Who are one change. Campbell has come in for Giuliano back into the side, fully fit, so side to pick from, and we'll kick this one off and see how the battle of the big boys goes. Early goal for big time Belfast with Batistuta opening the scoring. He's been in and out of the team after a good start to the season, and he has repaid the manager's faith by opening the scoring. Heading towards 30-minute mark, Portrush coming back into it. We've got a yellow card for Samuel and Patrick Vieira. Chances for Portrush. Looks like they're pushing hard to get an equaliser before half time. Tonassi has picked up a yellow card. We have reached half time. Paredes, the standout player in the half. 6s and 7s for everybody else on the pitch. No assist for Batistuta's goal. Nicky Franco on 85% fitness, but apart from that, no concerns. Over at Portrush, we've got no fitness concerns. And it just seems like a pretty even battle without many big chances for these big sides. Over at Belfast, we are going to take Nikiforenko off for Thierry Henry, and Portrush are going to play on for 60 minutes. And Henry from the bench has doubled the lead for big time Belfast as we approach 60 minutes. We skip past it. We are on 66 minutes. Over at Belfast, we've got no concerns with the fitness. We are going to leave it as it is. Still no assist over at Portrush. Got a 5 for Toldo and a 5 for Andai, which is unheard of. Veron doing okay, as is Paredes. But would expect the manager to try and do something to try and get back into this game. Who will collect 0 Premier Division points from his 3 teams if this result stays as it is. Glebe losing to the league leaders, and Ballycastle losing to a resurgent Samba. I think we're going to see Volodenkov. I think we might also see Simkoviak. Totti is out for Simkoviak. Just the one change done. Just confirm, please. That would be good. Thanks. So we're going to play this through the last 30 minutes. See if Portrush can get back into it, or if big time Belfast will pick up the 3 points after some pretty rusty form of late. 3 defeats and a draw in the last 4, I think it is. We're into the last 12-13 minutes here. We've got 4 bookings now. The Belfast boys, 2 for the home side We're into injury time, and that is full time. Batistuta picks up man of the match. Strong performances from Walter Samuel also. Henri doing well from the bench. Vieira, Lizarazu and Cafu. Campbell and Paredes doing well for the home side, who will be disappointed. That was a big clash. Most of the clashes between the top four sides have been quite close and nervy this season. That was very much the same. 5 attempts and 6 attempts with just the 2 from each side on target. Well played, Dan. A good result for Belfast, and we're happy to take that. So in every game tonight, at least one side has failed to score. The Draft beat Antrim 2-0. League leaders GPR 3, the bottom side Glebe 0, Portrush 0, Belfast 3, Samba 2, Ballycastle 0, Shillelagh's 0, Stout 0, and that leaves the table looking like this. So we still only got 3 points separating the top 4. GPR on 35, the Draft and Belfast on 34, and Portrush back on 32. We've got Stout continuing to be the best of the rest after their point tonight. And look at that, Samba have climbed 3 places to 6th, having been in the bottom 2 all season. Glebe's poor form continues. In terms of next fixtures, we've got a week till we see Antrim versus Big Time Belfast, GPR versus Shillelagh's, Portrush versus Ballycastle, Samba versus Glebe, and the Draft versus Stout, which means 3 of the managers have sides facing each other in the Premier Division. Antrim versus Big Time Belfast for myself, Portrush versus Ballycastle for Mr. Mega Horse, and the manager has the Draft versus WC Stout. Across in the First Division, Cookstown dropped points, really shit performance, really pissed off with that, as they fall now 5 points behind Dromore and a point behind the Updraft, who Dromore with a 4-point cushion now at the top of the league. In terms of fixtures, Cookstown have a midweek game for some reason, and then a massive game next time out as the Updraft face Dromore for the first time this season. So I just check if there's any League Cup fixtures. League Cup final is yet to be is on Wednesday the 28th. So we have Dromore versus Glentoran in the League Cup final, and Cookstown with a solitary league game. Dan, do you want to play the cup final? It's the final now, not the semis. Do you want to play it now, or do you want to wait? Because I can play the Cookstown game now and progress it to the next weekend. I'll just fly it through then, and we'll get through all the news and stuff after this. So then at least after these games we can progress it to the next full week, which makes the streams much better. Try and offer the staff the contracts as we go so we don't miss any. Yeremis has been tied down to a 9-year contract. Brian Hill. Kivu is going to be suspended for the cup final for Drumore. Cookstown versus Glenavon and Drumore versus Glentoran. I'll quickly play the Cookstown game and then we will go on to quickly throw this game together, changing it up a little bit. We're gonna see Cambiasso for the first time this season. In fact, we're not. We're gonna see Welsh back in, and there's the Silver and Bermuda car. We're gonna see Marquinhos, Espinal, Gerard, Robin, Jax, and Huntela, who's got 7 goals now, and then we'll go with Ashley Lythe, Hersey, and Sand on the bench, and see if Cookstown can get back to winning ways after a really shit performance last time out. Huntela Robbins opened the scoring for Cookstown. Appeals for a penalty, but it's been turned down. And Cookstown have conceded a goal again, and they just don't seem to be dominating games like they should be at this level. Really, really frustrating. Don't know if it's a lack of experience, poor tactics, poor selection, or just shit goalkeeping from Frey again. But yeah, Cookstown are not playing well at the moment. Really need to get a winner here. Points on the board are massive. But they're running out of time, and Robin, as he does so often, comes good late in the game to drag Cookstown out of the shit. Can they hold on? They do just. Really shit performance. Dick Fiddler has refereed the game incredibly well. Ran a match for Robin, assist for Espinal and Bermuda Car, who's having an exceptional season. Absolutely right down relief. Barry Morgan with the goal for the home side. That puts Cookstown back ahead of the updraft, but having played a game more. And for the sake of keeping it tight, we could really do with a Castle Clear win against Drumore at the weekend. So we're going to clear the squad, we're going to include the reserves, and we will view the condition. Everybody's fit. Everybody is fit. So the first opportunity for any side to pick up some silverware in the save. As Drumore play Glentoran in the League Cup final. 27 goal contributions in 23 for Kutuzov. (19-20) for Agahawa. So here we go, team in the cup final. Costanzo in goal. Sorochinsky, Melito. Where are you? Saeed, Cole, Willett. Kutuzov, Hansfeld, Brozek, Altintop and Maxim. Subs will be Kirkland, Stranzel, Satmar, where's Satmar? Oh, there he is. McMaster and Rayard. So the game is going to decide captain. That is how they line up. Good luck, Mr. Horse. Fully expect you to get the job done. Melito has been selected as captain, and we will play the final. Early chance for Drummond, but it's just gone over. All the pressure looks like it's coming from Drummond. You would think it's just a matter of time before, there you go, Mr. Maxim Cezalko has opened the scoring and has doubled his tally and his side's lead in this final. And it looks very much like the Irish League Cup trophy is going back to Drummond with Maxim Cezalko, who has, on a stroke of half-time, completed his hat-trick. As expected, big game player, big performance. 3-0 up, job done. Eight shots on goal for Maxim in the first half from 9. Call off for Satmar in the only change. And we'll run this through to 60 minutes. And Glentoran have a goal back, but it's been disallowed. Any hope of an unlikely comeback has gone with that disallowed goal. We're into the last half an hour now. It's 4-0. Brozek's 5th of the season. We'll see if the manager wants to make any changes. I think we might see McMaster or Rayard come on for Brozek. Potentially might see, but we shall see what the manager wants to do. Brozek and Rayard for Willie and McMaster. Brozek for Rayard. Willie for McMaster. Brozek, and we will run that through to the final whistle. Comfortable as it gets for Drummond. Maxim turns up on a big occasion as always. Costanzo makes a save towards the end, and Drummond have won the Irish League Cup for the first silverware of this iteration and saved 2 assists for Saeed, who gets a 10 along with Maxim, Brozek and Cole with the assists. Very good performance all round from Drumore, so well done to Dan for that. Rayad was awful when he come on. Drumore. There we go, Drumore win the League Cup. Fantastic. Well played. I'm going to end the stream now, progress the save, and I'll upload it. And we will be back soon with another full round of fixtures. Thank you very much and good